Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Sonic Movie Show, the only show about Sonic news, movie news, and Sonic movie news. My name is Ethan. With me here on this very special occasion, as always, is Devin.
Is The Rock president?
That's right. He says that. In the
I think
movie
I've
we're
used that
about to
one,
watch.
but
I like that you said it
Come on.
like Urkel, which in a way is Sonic.
is The Rock president?
Exactly. Is The Rock president? I used to watch Family Matters as a kid. I think I've watched that more
Right.
than I watched Full House or Fresh Prince. I went through a weird phase as a kid where that's like I watched a bunch of those types of, sitcoms, and then I discovered like Pokemon
That
and
70s
Batman
show.
Beyond. Oh, speaking about Batman and Batman Beyond, Devin, and we were just talking about Batman right before we started this episode.
Yeah.
The Spider-Verse studio, that little company at Sony Pictures, pitched a Batman Beyond film to Warner Brothers this year, and I hope it works because I saw their pictures. They're like stills.
Warner Brothers ain't interested in making money right now, dog.
Oh
Come
my
on.
God, you don't understand. Batman Beyond, that was my show as a kid.
Young Sheldon is the only thing we care about. Okay?
Is that ABC or is that NBC? Or is that
Yeah.
someone?
I know it's part of
CBS?
Warner Brothers because I went to the Warner Brothers studio lot over Thanksgiving, and I went to the Young Sheldon set. Okay?
Wow. Here's
The
a question.
final set.
Here's a question.
Yeah.
Does that kid get older? Or do they just replace the actor? Because this show's been
Well, no,
going
they're
on for
ending
like a
it.
decade. Yeah, but
No,
like,
it's
that
the
show's
last.
been
It's the last.
going on for like a decade.
I mean, that's Big Bang Theory. That's him older.
my point is that the show Young Sheldon is
I'm
not a
pissed.
single season, right? It's many
Yeah.
seasons. It's like 7 seasons.
Yeah.
He's young. He's a kid. Kids in real life get older.
Yeah, I
Does the
think
show
it's just him
make him
getting
get
older.
Yeah,
It's
that's
his
lame.
it's his childhood.
Not as younger Sheldon?
Here's my pitch. Here's my pitch for the last episode. You kill him off just to make people really confused, and that's the story.
That would
it's
be
like, wait
awesome.
a minute, that'd be awesome. It leaves it like, is this canon? Is Big Bang Theory not canon? Does he have a twin?
They had
Does
the
someone
balls to-
impersonate him? Like, just
'Cause
leave
here's
it
what
up.
they
Like,
do.
have him get in a car accident or something.
Yeah,
fucked
something.
Up, you know what I mean?
We don't want like, oh, a dude pulls a gun on him and kills him. No, I want
Yeah.
like him falling into an open manhole.
A
that's
sinkhole
it.
appears while he's in class doing a presentation.
Oh, man.
Everyone saw him die.
Not to be a downer, there was a news story yesterday of 2 kids on the beach digging a hole, and then it collapsed inward, and the
Oh
little
my
7-year-old girl like suffocated.
I don't need to know this shit, dude. Dude, I don't need to know this shit.
Yeah,
I'm
the brother, the
fucking
9-year-old brother,
paranoid
was
now.
like above her, and he was like shoulders out, and they pulled him out. And by the time they dug down to her, it was too
Oh
late.
my god.
Yeah.
This show. There's gonna be kids tuning in this because they're gonna be obsessed with the Sonic movie. They're gonna come in and they're gonna learn that like
we'll
they can't go to the beach.
ahead. I'm not skipping ahead. Everyone, hey,
can't go to the
guess what,
beach.
folks? Guess what, folks? Today on the Sonic
Yeah.
Movie Show, episode 199. This is important, folks.
That's a
We're
good number,
doing-
by the way.
It is. It is almost as good as 200, which you may or may not see in a week or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. No, not 5. Not even
Hopefully
3.
not.
Not even 3. We might take a week off. It is my point, but not 2 weeks. Today we are doing our yearly, our annual, our double biannual, our
Harvest.
quadruple, four annual rewatch of the Sonic movie. That's right,
Yeah.
the 2020 film that this podcast was named after. Folks at home might have heard once I pitched this podcast halfway through our first 10 episodes to Devin being like, once the movie comes out, every week we watch it again and we review it again. And like a coward, we both decided not to. I'm implicating myself in that as well. It would not be fun. But we watch it once a year. Now, last year,
We do.
I think was our 5th rewatch, right? Was our 5th.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we
Fifth.
watched it in the theaters, and then we watched it again for the next week. And then a year later, it was like, hey, how did it hold up? And then the 4th one was the director's commentary. And then I don't remember what last year's was, but at the end of last year's episode,
I think did we watch the bonus features? I think we might have watched the bonus features.
I don't remember what we did. All I remember is at the end of that episode,
Or we
said,
ranked it. I think we ranked it again. Like, we
it
ranked
was
it.
the only one. We have to wait 2 years to be able to do that again with the second one.
Yeah, we're not allowed
or next
for some
year, I
reason.
guess.
For
Whatever.
our own rules that we made, we're not allowed.
We gotta stay consistent. This year, we are doing a watch-along. That's what this is. You probably could tell by the episode title. And I guess next year, hey guys, you're 30 next year. We're watching the rewatch. We're gonna be reacting to this, I guess. Whatever. It's a stupid idea.
It's a great
not even
idea,
friends, honestly. So yeah, we're about to key up the movie. So folks at home, now is your time. Go to run to the bathroom. Don't pause. We're gonna wait.
We'll wait for you.
We're gonna wait. Here's your 30-second timer.
30 seconds. That's impressive. Are you washing your hands? Because you need it, what, like a minute, right?
I was just gonna skip ahead, but you kept talking, so I can't skip ahead. So whatever.
That
been
was like 20 seconds.
It was close enough.
We're good.
You've gotten your popcorn. We're going to hit play. I'm going to count us down. Here's the thing. Some of us might be watching on a 4K Blu-ray. Some of us might be watching on DVD. I don't know when these all
Netflix,
kind of... Yeah, right? So I don't know when,
I don't know.
When you hit play at the very beginning, how much time between. So to sync us up...
Someone could be watching this in the future on a platform we haven't even heard of yet.
Yeah, someone could be watching on Quibi. Remember that?
Someone could be watching it on their Apple Vision Pro 3.
Oh my God! You see that?
They can have the app
video?
over here, an app over here, have our son over here, movie over here.
Yeah. I'm sure they haven't been bullied yet somehow in the future for buying a $3,500 headset to watch movies. That's the dumbest part. You're just doing shit you can already do. Whatever. I digress. To make sure that we're all sunk up together, you, me,
sunked up.
The other guy, the guys, and us in the future, and you in the future, we're going to start the film as soon as it fades in from black with the famous Paramount stars, which are rings in this film, flying up around the mountain or whatever. So I have the film already paused there. Devin has the film already. You have it already paused there, right?
I hope so, yeah.
Okay, well, whatever. Discord delay is also going to make us out of sync anyway with each other, so like it's not going to be that big of a deal. So I hope you're ready, folks, home. If you need another 30 seconds.
All
right, we're back. I was going to do the skip again. All right, we're back for another 30 seconds. All right, Jesus, it's been 15 minutes that we've been recording. We're going to hit play. I'm going to count us down. It's going to be 3, 2, 1, play. So I'm not going to say play, but it's going to be 3, 2, 1, and then you hit play, Devin, and I hit play, Ethan, and you hit play, future Devin, and I hit play, future Ethan, and I'm going to cringe watching this next year. All right, ready? Ready.
Yeah.
Make sure your audio is on. Mine, I always have this muted. 3, 2, 1.
Play.
And we're good.
Here they come. Here come the rings. You should see the rings. They're coming in. They're coming in right now,
honestly,
folks.
Let me put it this way. Because we watched this movie in the past a couple times. We've been like, oh, they're not like as Sonic video gamey as they could be. They're playing it very safe. It's more of Sonic the character being represented instead of Sonic the games, right? But I will say, at least the rings being there in replace of the stars, and looking as good as they do, is one of those touches where I'm like, yes, that's cool. This startup sequence is also cool. Original film where there may or may not be a Vin Diesel harassment scandal going on. We're going to find out.
We don't talk about that.
God, I hope not. I have to tear the thing off my car mirror if it's true. I don't want to look like I'm defending that.
Oh, I've been here. It's funny, now every time I see pictures of that tall building there, I forget what it's actually called. I call it the Sonic building because I don't.
Nice.
I've driven by it.
Hey, quick question: Is that Twitter account that does every frame of this movie? Did they finish?
No, they stopped. Remember, like I think last year in like April.
What?
I think I mentioned it on a show. I was like, yeah, they just stopped posting. I think they were part of the Twitter exodus, because of Elon. So blame Elon for ruining a good bit.
Oh my god! You know what? We're gonna have to take up the mantle. Let's ruin our Twitter account.
Yeah, no.
Green Hills does look good here.
It definitely
very much inspired by the
like
Sonic Generations version of it.
I like how it has the checkerboard still, like on the, like almost like carved into the rocks.
Yeah,
like they did it in a way that doesn't look like it's just checkerboard, like printed. It's like people carved it into the wall.
And it looks like it could be also realistically naturally forming. I mean, you look at Iceland with the way its rocks form and these weird like juts and pillars, and that's all normal. And I don't know. I still believe that Baby Sonic was a last-minute addition because of this popularity of the Baby Yoda. And,
I kind of do believe that too, still. But then I don't know, because like most of the rest of the part of the movie, like later on, is like he references her, so it makes me think maybe not, and it was just a coincidence.
Yeah,
maybe his design is though. Maybe his design is
right. There's no way this Baby Sonic was like the ugly Sonic's. You know what I mean? Like they had to have redone him too.
One critique here is she should be like coughing up blood and shit. She just took an arrow to the rib. Like she should be like Sonic, you know?
Yeah, she's acting as if she's fine.
Like she just took a. I almost said arrow to the knee, but arrow to the rib
the first time. Here come all the kidnas. Kenneth Penders is probably trying to sue them again as we speak.
Somewhere there is Knuckles Jr.
Knuckles
or Knuckles
dad, right?
Sr. Knuckles Sr. What if Knuckles Sr. kills her, and that's a big twist in Sonic 3 is that Sonic and Knuckles have to fight again, because now this time it's personal.
Yeah, but like they've already squashed that.
It's like Captain America Civil War or whatever.
Sure.
It's like you killed my dad, Bucky.
Sonic the Hedgehog. That's the name of the movie. It was on screen. 10 years later, there's Jury Duty's star himself, James Marsden.
I need to watch that, dude.
Yeah, I gotta watch it. I remember seeing the preview for that back before it was coming out and be like, he's just playing himself, and the people think that he's actually one of the jury. Because you know the premise of Jury Duty. It's a fake trial that a couple people think is real, you know.
I gotta go to Jury Duty potentially in 2 weeks. I'm really pissed if I have to do it.
I mean, to be quite frank, you can get out of it by just saying all cops are bastards or something like that.
I've heard people have done that, and then they say we don't care. Or they think, because so many people have said that to try to get out of it, that they're like, nah, bullshit.
I forget.
So I don't know. Like, maybe I just got to pull up my Twitter. Like, I'll just be like, here's proof, like years of proof.
I like the turtle. I forget what it was, but like, there was some like couple of cases that were extremely immoral. Like, no, this law sucks. You're just hurting a impoverished person down or whatever. Like, and like they couldn't actually get a jury. Like, everyone said, like, no, I'm not being a part of this.
Yeah, what happens when they do that?
So, like, the system breaks. Just stops. There's just no trial.
I know, sorry to get dark again. We talked about kids falling into pits of sand. But the Aurora shooter, the theater shooter, during Back to Batman, tied all together, during that movie, I think that was, 2008? Or 11, whatever. Someone at work was telling me how, like, at that time they were trying to find a jury, and they had to call people because so many people had connections of people who either died or know someone who knows someone else that died there. Like, it was just so many people were connected to that tragedy that, like, it took them forever to find, like, a jury. And even then, like, the idea with the jury is they're not supposed to have, like, any inclination about the case. Yeah, and it's so because one coworker said they called her and she said no, because I know someone who knows someone who, like, unfortunately died in that.
Wow.
And to break that shitty conversation, dark conversation, this is a great scene.
I hate the Queen usage. I hate Queen being used in any capacity other than music is playing on the radio.
But it's so short. It's so short, though.
It's still going.
It's like
Devin.
5 seconds.
It's still the same song.
Oh, fuck.
It's more
I didn't
clean.
realize it. I forgot.
There is
Yeah, they
just
should have
a
done Cannibal
library
Corpse or
of-
something instead.
Hollywood just has this library of songs that are like, these are 80s and now 90s songs that are marketable to the older people, and we know it's a guaranteed reaction from a certain percentage of people.
From the average person, yeah.
It's just like, like that Suicide Squad trailer was set to a Queen song, and like it was edited to the song, and everyone liked the editing or whatever, and it's like, oh my god, it's so great, but like, it's Queen though. Oh no, my rings. I thought he said I know my rings. Hey, remember when the map became like a hologram shit in the second movie?
Yeah.
Or all of a sudden they're like, yeah, actually there's more to this, and we just didn't,
get there. We weren't sure there was going to be a sequel.
Wasted a ring just to remind myself that I don't want to go there. Where are they going to get more?
That's real depression right there. You're wasting a resource to remind yourself that the resources are limited.
We need coins. All right, folks. This right here in my hand is a John Wick coin. The other one's on the floor. I dropped it. This is like when you go into a store, you can just put this on the counter, and then they give you a bunch of guns. Or you could go somewhere else and spend it.
They could...
Apple product.
You think they had to get like approval to say Donald about the duck? You think? I don't know. Disney could be anal like that.
We'll see what happens with the Steamboat Willie stuff.
I do appreciate Sonic being in it. I mean,
yeah,
I think it's a good homage. Low-key assault, but I guess he walked in it on himself. But
I think that's probably my favorite joke in the movie. And I hate this part right here. Just the reaction. Like, let me put it this way. No child is heard of this movie.
This is for us, though. It's for us. Once again, this is a family movie. It is. I know what fucking Speed is. Hell yeah.
I know you know what Speed is.
Wow, you saying I do drugs, dude?
Listen, I'm not going to confirm nor deny my accusations I've had in my head ready to prepare, but...
I hope in the next movie in Sonic 3 they just give him Jordans, even though it wouldn't work. Like, I just want Air Force Ones. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, really, we want him to wear soaps because that's what he wore in Sonic Adventure 2. But that company's gone, remember? We looked it up.
Yeah, so give him like Jordans or something. Like, and I mean, like, give him the most expensive ones, and people can be mad that they used it in the movie. Like, we used the one pair that are $1 million for Sonic the Hedgehog.
It was like Miles had Air Force Ones in Into the Spider-Verse, but then the Miles Morales video game, it was shitty Adidas ones. And he has an Adidas-made suit in Spider-Man 2, and it looks awful. It looks atrocious. So
you're not an Adidas guy? No, you have Adidas. Don't you have the Adidas sunglasses? Or glasses?
Oh, yeah, my glasses are Adidas. That's right.
Fake fan.
I mean, it just looked bad. Like,
this is a good scene. Like this bit makes me laugh like every time because it's just the cake being the wrong one.
But it would be better if the cakes were oriented the same way because she knows which one is vertical and which one's landscape. By the way, my birthday cake didn't have any writing on it. I had to be like, that you could just bring it to the counter and just ask, can you write happy birthday? And they'll do it. Like, for free right there.
Ask for San Francisco sucks on it next time.
That would be fun. Be fun.
I want the exact cake from Sonic movie.
I've had a cake that wasn't mine, but was for someone else, be printed on it a photo of me smiling, and with the frosting written.
Yeah.
And I wasn't involved with that. I was just asked, like, hey, can we use your photo? I was like, yeah, sure. Oh, yeah, I think it'd be really funny because that guy low-key doesn't like me. So it'd be funny if it's my face on his cake. Not in this job market.
Bro worked 3 jobs to pay off his student loans.
Maybe just put it this way. He is one of 2 cops in this entire town. I would actually estimate a lot of taxes are going to him. So he probably does make decent money. Because, like, he's one of the 2 people.
For where his area is, for sure.
You know?
Because, like, rural areas don't get paid much. You know what I mean? Like, don't get much revenue. And he's probably getting a good chunk of it.
Yeah. He probably, you know. Hey, you know, so this year is a Wolverine and Deadpool movie, Deadpool and Wolverine. Do you think there's gonna be a Cyclops in there? There's at least a gag. Like, are they gonna cut away and show John Marston, Red Dead, James Marston?
I mean, that'd be cool, but I doubt it. I don't think so. I think Cyclops dead. You know what I mean? Like, he's...
Yeah, but so is Wolverine. Like, it's just like a whatever.
But he ain't as cool, unfortunately. Not because he's of James, but just of the character himself. I don't think Cyclops is, like, moving the needle on, like, my favorite X-Men are. I feel like he's not...
They did make him a very mopey bitch in the 3rd movie and then kill him off early. So, like, people's lasting impressions on Cyclops is that he sucks.
Yeah.
And isn't
James
as cool
deserved better, honestly.
The old TV show. Wow, I wish I had braces like that kid, Sonic is saying as this kid hoisted up.
Wish I could crush a homer. I want to know what that feels like.
Whoa. Listen.
Crush a homer.
Whoa, hold on a second. Let's not be... Wow. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't get it.
Just trying to make you feel bad. Hey, we left the lights on, even though it's late.
It's also my favorite part where he goes around the bases when he's angry, like, multiple times. I'm like, that he can't. It only still counts as 1 run, dude.
He's just mad he's running.
You can go around.
Reflections on the helmet are pretty decent for what I imagine is. I don't know how do they do, like, the hats and stuff. That's not a real thing that they are moving around, right? Has to be CG. So.
Oh yeah, it's CG, 100%.
Because obviously they had the doll.
Wow, kids 5 years from now who watch baseball won't get that because they have the pitch comms now, where they press buttons on their little keypad thing they have on their wrists, and it communicates in their hat to what pitch to throw.
That's lame. I feel like part of the fun is trying to sneak something by the person in front of you. You know?
Yeah, it gets rid of sign stealing too, because that's a big part of the game. Was a big part of the game is whoever. If you get a guy on second base, he'll look and see, like, okay, what fingers is he doing? Does that look familiar to what we've seen previously? Oh, he's throwing a curveball, and then he'll do a signal to the batter casually, be like, oh, this is gonna be a curveball, don't swing or swing. But yeah, now they have the pitch comms. It's just a way for them to
spend more
speed
money
up the game.
More money on equipment. Oh, he's great
I
at
don't know.
turning. Those are like perfect 90-degree turns.
Yeah, he's very good at turning. You gotta give him credit for that one.
It's just so mad, Mom. I'm so mad. It was my
you
turn
said
on
we're
the
having
Xbox,
pizza rolls for dinner,
and I told my little brother it was my turn on the Xbox, and then he said no, and then you didn't back me up, Mom.
It's my turn in Helldivers. I'm gonna say that to see if that's still still a thing in a year from now.
Yeah. Actually, speaking about Helldivers, Roger Craig Smith, the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog in the video games, is one of the male voices in Helldivers.
That's cool. What app is that? I've never seen that app before.
What app?
Like, the way he opened his phone, it was like I said Wade, and then it had like a UI that I've never seen before.
Probably some Android phone. We have iPhones that we don't like.
We're too locked in.
Yeah. man, this boy needs to be shaped up. I wonder if a red echidna can come and whip this boy into some shape. Give him some confidence.
Yeah, you never know.
Oh. Whoa. Sonic the Hedgehog himself doesn't glow blue, but this one stray quill does.
Well, it's still energized, you know what I mean?
Fair.
Yeah, I kind of want one of these, though.
I was just going to ask, do you think that prop was rotoscoped the light on, like CGI-wise? Or was an LED?
It looks like it's LEDs. It looks like LEDs. That probably wouldn't be too expensive to make. The only thing missing in this scene is Joe Biden. Also, I'm dating. See, I'm gonna see who's in a year's time, baby.
Yeah.
If the world ends in a year,
gonna be in Sonic 3, Olive Garden guy.
Yeah, I love
that. That's just what we know him as.
He's in. I saw him on the cast list.
Perfect.
So I think he is
perfect. It's one of those things, like we said with the Sonic 2 original review. There was some jokes. They threw a lot of jokes in this movie here, and they saw the ones that stuck, and they just brought them back, and they weren't like, oh god.
They built on them
because Deadpool 2. Speaking about Deadpool 2 did that, and it was a little bit like, really. But
I've never seen Deadpool 2.
I've seen it actually like 3 or 4 times because it was like
this
person wants to go see it and this person, so I went.
I watched it for the first time when the second one was out in theaters with the goal of seeing it, and I just never did. I thought it was just fine. But I think it was one of those movies that like everyone told me is like so good and hilarious that like when you watch it, you're like, yeah, it was fine. Like I wasn't like laughing my ass off, falling out of the chair, like
Yeah, I told you I watched it with David, and there was a special needs person, child behind, and that kind of made it hard to watch. So we watched it a second time, and the kid was having fun. It's okay, but everyone's favorite boy is here, Jim Carrey. I forgot that
Thank
this
God
is
he's
what his
fucking
haircut
back, dude.
and mustache was like in this movie. A very
our other boy, Agent Stone. Big fan of Agent Stone in this show. Underrated character. Yeah, our Cafe Dash or whatever we call it. I kind of like the fade on Eggman's. I've never really paid attention to it till now, but I kind of like the fade he's got going. Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of product in his hair to keep it that way, for sure. But,
it also kind of looks like it's not dyed, but I feel like it looks darker.
It's definitely dyed. He's gray in real life.
And the sergeant here has been in what was the other thing we watched?
A couple video game
movie.
Right?
I forget which one it was, but he was in that.
It's probably like Rampage and Assassin's Creed or some shit.
Was it Rampage? I thought it was. It might have been one of the Resident Evil movies, maybe? I don't remember. That's so toxic, low key for any kids who maybe have to read it. Like, God, now you know.
I liked that movie as a kid. That animated Charlotte's Web movie.
I remember reading the book. I don't know if I saw the movie.
Yeah, I read the book too, and probably in school.
They did a good job of the egg pods too. Like they still look really good for. I mean, I know the movie's not that old, but 4 years is 4 years.
It's not just 4 years. It's 4 years since the movie came out, but how long has it been since the movie was worked on?
Like the motion of them looks really good.
Were these a part of the reanimation pass that they did? Who knows?
Part of me wonders if it was a prop too at moment, like for the close-ups that they use like an actual like prop, because that looks so good.
I can see that at the very least
like
for
the reflections
purposes and test. I mean, those definitely look like they were real.
Also, if we ever get a studio, can we actually just get a truck and just have it be this?
Yeah, it's a huge energy bill. in a couple months we're gonna find that we're gonna find that Sir Clegor from Game of Thrones was this guy's old business partner.
Right.
The Hound.
Yeah.
Listen, the audiobooks say like Eddard, more than they say Ned for, Ned Stark. So like same thing, like, the Hound's real name is said more often than the Hound. So that's my point.
He's one of my favorite characters in the show, for sure.
Okay, men with guns, dogs with guns.
Okay, this is gonna be a weird comment, but all the foot fetish people out there, was that like a hot scene?
No,
like,
their hot
Sonic's
scene,
feet.
Their hot
I always
scene
wanted
is
to
later
know.
when the little girl hands him his sneakers and first sees that his torn up socks and you can see through the holes his toes. That is their
Yeah,
hot
that's what I'm
scene.
saying. Multiple hot scenes. Then this is just
Yeah.
a tease of the whole movie.
And those that like big novelty cowboy hats, this was their hot scene right here.
Oh shit. Where's the Glock? Where'd I leave the Glock?
Yeah.
I mean, hey, he is in
gotta set
Montana.
up
I
my
feel like
shotgun
you
trap.
probably could get a gun. You probably could get a gun pretty easily.
Yeah.
I mean, he could just be really fast and grab one at Walmart.
God, there's a
Grab a
movie
22.
called what's the movie called? It
It's a
doesn't
crazy
matter.
title.
It's expensive ass Lego set, but they live in California, so they probably afford it.
I kind of like his shirt too. Has that like 80s look to it. Stupid, dude. I know it's product placement, but I'll let it pass.
Yeah.
To me, I didn't like the Zillow one. The Zillow one was just shitty. It's just like,
Yeah.
here's the website.
I was looking up apartments on Zillow. It's like, okay.
Like, I rather Olive Garden at least like they make a joke out of it. So
And it worked. Because they brought it back again. And the people know the character as the Olive Garden guy. I'm actually going to say this right now. All right? One of my favorite meals is chicken Alfredo with broccoli. And I've had people cook it. I've tried to make it. I'm not good at it. And the best one I've ever had is from Olive Garden. So,
I mean, you don't know many Italians. I think that's the problem.
I know David. That's enough. That's enough.
Has he made you chicken Alfredo?
No. So your point's invalid. Oh, the famous meow. I forgot. He gets shot in the leg. Ow. San Francisco, here I come.
At least he didn't shoot him in the eye or something.
The headshot. I always thought it was funny. Metal Gear Solid 5, if you trank someone with a headshot, they instantly go to sleep. Because it's supposed to reward you for aiming just like a regular headshot. And I always found that funny. Like, if I got shot in real life in the skull with the trank, I don't even think it would spread. Because it's hitting bone right then and there. You know
I know,
I mean?
right? Like, it would have to... Would it ping off? You know what I mean? Like, it'd be such a, like a...
Yeah, at the very least, just get, like, loosely
Depends
stuck.
how big the needle is. Yeah.
You know? It's got to be in a nice fleshy arm or a leg. I would love if Sonic had ticks. Like,
Okay, when you said I thought you were going to say tits.
No. Oh, my God. Wow.
Yeah, I would always want Sonic to have tits.
A lot of people have. Let's not. All right, I gotta crack open a coal now that Sonic's out of the cage. CCZ, everyone.
CCZ's out of the cage.
We've said this before. We've had this conversation before. just looking at Sonic here, animating really well, and then talking to Marston. Marston knows when he's filming this scene, he's thinking of the ugly Sonic design that was shown to him and the doll, right? So that's who he's talking to, not this iteration. Obviously, Sonic 2, that's different. Do you think we will ever get to see, like officially, not a leak, but officially see the ugly Sonic cut of this film?
No,
because a version of it exists for sure. They've saved
it. Was far enough
but...
out. It was far enough out because they didn't delay the movie, if I remember correctly.
They delayed the movie,
right?
Remember, it was supposed to
By
come
how
out
much though?
A couple weeks in November before Frozen 2, and then it got pushed to Valentine's Day.
Part of me thinks I think they moved that just because Frozen 2 was there, rather than I think it was a combination of, okay, we need to rechange the design, and we kind of don't want to compete with Frozen 2. I think they weren't fully finished with it yet at that point, so I don't think there is. If there is a cut, it might only be certain chunks of the movie.
It has to be mostly done at the very least.
Oh yeah, I'm not going to say. I want to see that. I would say like 70%.
I'm willing to say 95% personally, but yes, the
95?
Majority of it's a bonus feature. Please.
I mean, literally right now, Ethan. I saw a tweet and I retweeted with our Twitter account. Ben Schwartz is just now recording for Sonic 3, and the movie comes out this December. So I'm just thinking, like, animation wise, based off where the movie was, like maybe 70. Because I don't know how much they can animate until after Ben Schwartz's lines. I mean, maybe they can animate like the physical obviously, body, but his face, you know what I mean?
There's a bunch of other animal critters. Clearly, Hayden Christensen has done all of his Shadow the Hedgehog lines first, and then...
or Timothy.
And that's Hayden Christensen. Thanks, future Ethan, for backing me
up. We gotta go to Arrakis.
Gotta go where?
I'm Shadow. I have to go to Arrakis to find my spice. Arrakis, Dune.
I thought you were just saying Iraq weird. You gotta go to Arrakis. What the hell are you talking about?
I mean, Dune is based off, the Middle East.
Wow. Hey, this is an invasion of privacy.
Classic government invading into
he is a government
the American
official.
Home.
Says wetsuit or wet shirt.
This is why we need to get TikTok out of our homes. This is our next step right here. This is China coming into your house.
55. Their house number is 55.
Oh, we gotta remember that.
It's like, do you remember? I bet you do remember. This is going to be a weird off thing. Like in the DVD for The Incredibles, there was something in there or whatever that was like, what's the code on the tablet that Mr. Incredibles gets that explodes when he's reading it in his house? And I remember like being like, I don't have enough time to read this, not even realizing I could just pause the movie at that point because they wanted you to go online and type it in on their website for something cool,
Yeah, Incredibles is a freaking phenomenal film. One of my top 5 films, probably,
Brad Bird,
honestly, of my childhood.
Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. And maybe he really wanted to do Mission Impossible and James Bond, and he did The Incredibles. He's also our Iron Giant guy.
He says Title 104, by the way, in here. I wonder if that's an actual thing.
Hey, Siri, what's Title 104 of the... Oh, what?
He said Article something. He said Article something, Title 104, so...
Ohio State 104. Maybe... That's what Siri told me.
Okay, that makes sense.
Now, if they're scanning you with X-rays, you're gonna have radiation poisoning.
Going back to Jordan's, and I see the basketball there. It says like a Jam Mission NBA. I could see LeBron James being in Sonic Movie 3, just randomly.
I could see The Rock being in it.
Some athlete or former athlete, yeah. I don't know. I feel like we're due for that. It's, what I mean? It's Warner Brothers, Paramount. Shit, dude, Vin Diesel can be in it, I guess.
He could. He should.
I mean, The Rock, actually, when you say it, like, there could be a callback to the joke, be like, he could be the president or something in Sonic movie 3,
Sonic
dude.
2 had that
That'd be
Vin
kinda
Diesel and The Rock feud joke as well. Like, they've kept it going. All right, mister, you were trespassing. So,
As a cop, I feel like he should know these laws better.
speaking about Sonic movie 3 casting news, Kristen
Dunst.
Yeah. Kirsten. I almost said Dunst again. MJ from Spider-Man. No. What's her name? Who was the Netflix Marvel lady?
Yeah.
Whatever. You know who I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about. Apparently, she's playing a live action character, and
Maria. I'm pretty sure it's Maria.
No, that's the little girl who's playing Maria.
I thought there was a leak of some.
There's a little girl. She is playing Maria. Don't worry. That's been confirmed because it did a photo of her at the chair. No.
That's what I'm thinking of then.
Kirsten Ritter.
I do not know who you're
Jessica
talking about.
Jones from Marvel. From Netflix's Marvel show, Jessica Jones. She is apparently, because she's the one where like, oh, she could be Rouge. I think she probably is Amy instead. Apparently, she is a live action character. So lame. But here's my thing. I'm bringing this up again because we had this conversation. I know you really want Rouge. I really want Rouge. I think there's an order of events, an order of characters that need to appear before Rouge. And at the very
it should
least,
be the first scene.
I just mean like introduced in like the series of Sonic the Hedgehog. Amy needs to be shown first. They're not going to have Rouge be.
You don't have to,
and not Amy.
You can show Rouge right in the beginning. She's the one coming into Shadow's lair or whatever, or where he's getting like experimented. She's gonna be like, it's gonna fade in and it's gonna be.
I definitely think she's been shown in the movie before Amy does. Don't get me wrong, but Amy is in the movie if Rouge is as well. Is my point. There's no way Amy is not in this series.
It'd be funny as fuck if they're like, nah, dude, we know what you're here for.
God. Replaying Sonic Heroes, I forgot they changed her outfit to be gave her more cleavage. And I remember as a kid, be like, they changed her outfit. I bet it's to make her less sexy, and that's what I just remembered. And then playing again recently, I'm like, no, they gave her more. Also, when you go in first person mode as Shadow or the robot, and you look at her, she winks at you. None of the other characters do that because they know you freaks out there are looking at her.
Freaks.
Yeah.
You're calling yourself a freak?
I'm not calling myself a freak because I'm not one of those people. That being said, I did do it.
Fake Rouge
I was looking
fan.
around in first person at the beginning of the first level to just take a look around, and then she winked.
Uh-huh.
I'm taking a snack break here. We're not pausing the movie. There's no pausing. But
there's no intermission. 30-minute intermission for an hour and a half movie. The little town with a big heart.
See, I thought
Green Hills.
Was around the subject. I could have sworn that was going to say big dick.
Bro, you're a cop. You should have took one for the team. You can get away with it. Cops punch people every day.
Yeah.
See, he's not doing a good job of leveraging his authority.
Well, because remember, this is a conservative movie, so the cop has to be the good guy. You know?
I like do a video essay like, here is why Sonic movie is the pinnacle of conservative television and television movies.
Voice that you just hop into whenever you do YouTube conservative.
Hey, I just recognized the goat, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I had this thought. God, I had this thought in a dream that happened right before another dream where my mom died. Because someone chopped her head off with an axe. And then I killed that person with the same axe as you gotta try to go for me next. But she didn't die, and I was able to call 911 in the dream end. Anyway. Does Shapiro own the Daily Wire, or can he be fired? Because that'd be really funny if like
I think he is
go. Well,
either I don't know if he's full ownership, but I think he's part of like I'm pretty sure he is. I think, at least at the very least, he's clearly the dude making them the money.
Yeah. I have a fish on my head. He's going to say that fish on my headline.
Good grief.
Remember, folks, he ad-libbed that line, so they had to animate a fish on.
Wow, he created more work.
I know. Okay, rendering fluffy Sonic probably took a month. That's a lot of fine strands that they have to make sure, like the lighting. There has to be multiple lighting passes, you know?
Mm. Tommy, Big T. Thomas?
Crazy Carl.
That's
Now, here, this would be hilarious. Let's say throughout the second movie, at the end, instead of the teaser we get of Shadow, it's Crazy Carl being like, there's another one. It'd be weird him saying there's a black one. It would feel like it might give a mixed message there. But, like, that's what you do. You know what I mean? Crazy Carl's right again. But
I hope in the Knuckles TV show they do. You know how like some TV shows will like focus on one character's like backstory or something. I want a Crazy Carl just one-off episode, like for no reason besides like we just really like his character. We really we want to we really want to focus on his character because you know he never got enough screen time.
you don't get that much time on a payphone.
Back in my day, we used to get a lot of time on the payphone. Now you can't even find one.
I remember in 8th grade when we did our DC field trip, I was given a prepaid Sprint card, and I was supposed to like use that somehow on like a payphone, so I could.
What you do
home.
is you call the number on it, and then you like basically get rerouted to where you can call the number you want to call. I used to have them at the Boy Scout camp I worked at. That's what I had to call like my parents and stuff during the summers on the one phone we had.
Oh, yeah, I never used it. Eventually I threw it out.
Men in Black, by the way, peak. I think
Did you
peak
see
like
that
peak movie.
That reboot one that they did?
No,
with Thor, with Chris Hemsworth, and
I think it was around the time like all like I think wasn't that out when like Thor, Love and Thunder was out? I feel like they were just showing so much Chris shit that I was just like, nah, I'm good.
It was in between the last two Thor movies for sure.
It just didn't look. I don't know. There's something sometimes like movies like Men in Black are good one-off thing. I mean, Men in Black 2 was all right, but
I never saw it.
It was such an original idea, and just I think perfectly executed. And it's one of those movies where it's hard to replicate because it was just like this very like cool original thing. When you try to just branch out away from the original actors and all that, it's like. It's tough.
Which is what Hollywood wants to do.
Now, like I said, it could be good. It could be good. I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
I think every movie should not have a sequel. No sequels at all, except Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic the Hedgehog needs sequels.
When Sonic movie shows president, that'll be our first federal order. No more sequels, except for Sonic.
Exactly. Oh man, when I'm president, I'm going full dictator. The things I like. Oh, that's it. All right. No sequels.
No sequels.
But at the same time, give me another Sonic movie.
That means no video game sequels. You weren't very clear on it. You said no sequels. Oh,
I changed my mind, folks.
Sir, you didn't put in the fine print what you mean by sequels. We had our last Super Bowl. We had our last, everything is just one and done.
That's fine. That's fine.
Super Bowl is a revenue generator for the country.
That's why it's called the National Football League. The Piston Pit.
I would go to the Piston Pit. Like
I just want to point out, he got snacks. That's supposed to be their dinner. He said that's not very healthy, whatever. But there's only one drink, one small carton of milk. They gonna share that?
He's just trying to get to San Francisco. You know what I mean?
I guess.
Like how he does the scout, it's the Boy Scout,
really?
like honor. Yeah. Dude, this is a real bar, dude. If there's no kids allowed, like most bars, I feel like would be like, whatever, like like maybe there's like a section for that, but like.
That being said, he's not going to drink. So he's definitely 43, but give him a soda, please.
Right. Also, Mellow Yellow is like a funny, like random, like.
Isn't that like Coke's Mountain Dew?
It's lemon and lime. Yeah, it's like a lemon. Like they're kind of like not lemon lime, but yeah, Mountain Dew kind of. Once in a while, I'll have it at like AMC or whatever because they have all the flavors. If I'm feeling it.
Did you see that Mega 64 video? It came out today as a short little clip of Apple Vision Pro life hack. Here are all the gestures you can do to get all the flavors, like coffee and new Coke and this and then. He's just fucking doing nothing in front of the thing while wearing it. It's just funny. I don't know.
So dumb.
You can get an extra tab and some Mr. Pibb.
I always wanted to get blackout drunk at the bar. That's on my bucket list.
At the AMC. Oh, wow. Mallory Taylor Greene is in here, Anson. That's topical.
Marjorie,
Mallory, whatever the fuck. MTG,
Marjorie
Magic the
Taylor
Gathering.
Greene.
Yeah.
I hope that's real. I mean, I could see it maybe not being like it's just another white woman that looks like her, but the timeline kind of adds up.
I just think it's funny because, she's a hypocrite because the way she acted there goes against all of her political and religious beliefs. And not that I give a shit, to be honest. The hypocrisy is what makes it notable and funny. But last time that happened that I could think of was George Santos. But, they got rid of him, so I don't really care. They could just be like, yeah, he sucked. He was weird.
Free Santos,
she
dude.
Is one of...
I want him, dude. My peak political thing would be, and I hope I'm right in a year. Watching this in a year, Trump Santos ticket for pure chaos, for the pure just who fucking cares?
I want them to also lose, but then yes, that would be a funny ticket. Here's the thing that I found very funny. After his whole thing going on there, and he was in some interview, and he honestly. It was very savvy, but it's a soundbite that went against and bit him in the ass. But he said, "You care too much because I haven't gone away because you keep talking about me. Stop talking about me, and I go away." And then that was the last I heard of him because people stopped talking about him. To be fair, but yeah, he was.
I just like how he was doing cameos. Like as soon as he got out of office, he was like, "I'm still in that bread, dude. I'm still."
Yeah.
And it was like $100 per cameo.
That's cheap. That's cheap. Sonic Movie Show on Cameo is cheaper. We're $90. But we'll do an hour podcast cameo for you.
Oh my god.
Hey, you would
I'll be
do a
charging a lot more
podcast
than
for
that.
$90.
My dad and his brother have this bit that they've been joke they've been kind of doing over the years is Sebastian Bach from Poison, if I remember. I forget he was more of a solo artist, but not Poison. The rock.
Is this from
the
that
rock
weird
star
band that all of a sudden you guys have made up on Tuesday there called Foreigner?
No, it's not.
Man,
made
that's
up,
not real.
dude.
All of a sudden, what, you've never heard of the Beatles? It's like that level of reaction I got when I said, "What the fuck are you talking about? What's Foreigner?
They've
What, you've
done some
never heard
stuff.
of the Rolling Stones?"
No, but my dad, for my uncle got my dad for his birthday a cameo from Sebastian Bach, and he was in the video talking about their like band they used to have when they were 18 or whatever, and it was like some goofy name. And now my dad says his goal is to like he needs to get like a VIP ticket to meet him so he can do like one up the cameo, because like they've been doing this over like decades of just like doing Sebastian Bach related gifs and shit.
Oh. Speaking about cameo, I can say this. This is fine. I'll keep some information in private. You know, my father got married last July, and as part of a gift, I got him a cameo from just someone in the media whose father has been married several times, and started to do some Twitch. It's very curmudgeon-y old man person. He's on Cameo for whatever reason, just because he was told he could make some money doing that and whatever. And I did a cameo saying like, "Oh yeah, my dad's getting married, but he's really nervous. Do you have any advice for him?" And dude's advice was like being very sweet and earnest. He's like, you don't have to get married. You can just leave for now. And I'm like, yes. Because I did send this is my apology, a bit of a false pretense saying that my dad was really nervous. He wasn't, but like, I just thought it was very funny. That's the last time he used Cameo.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And I remember I
by the way,
tried to
Sebastian
look
Bach
up...
is Skid Row. I got not Poison.
Okay.
Apologies for the 90s, or sorry, 70s folks.
That's what I try. I remember like
70s.
Recently. Sorry to cut you off. I recently tried to look up someone on Cameo. I downloaded the app again to look up someone, and I was like, "Oh, I wonder if this person's going to be on it." But I couldn't remember it till now, and they weren't. I was trying to look up Anderson Cooper to get him a cameo of him apologizing to you for breaking down your stream, and that's what he did the voice clip thingy instead. And I'm sure Anderson Cooper would.
Dude, I fucking love Anderson Cooper. Is one of my favorite people. Just
Anderson Cooper here. On behalf of CNN, I'd like to apologize.
I'd like to apologize.
Yeah.
I just love that he like
CNN
started off
shame.
as like a game show host and somehow turned into like a political analyst juggernaut. Like it's just a crazy kind of a crazy arc. Considering it was like the mole. It's like what he's known for previously.
You gotta watch that sci-fi show, Opposite Worlds or Opposite World.
I know.
It's really bad, but in a way that I'm sure you'll love.
I love like that early 2000s, late 90s.
It's a flawed competition
game show.
It's a flawed one. Like the rules, you could just, if I were to tell you the rules, I'm not. People can look up at home. It was called Opposite World. Jenny Nicholson on Twitter or on YouTube did a video. That's how I learned about this show. Watch her video. But even if I were just to explain the rules to you, you'd be like, hold on a second. Isn't that giving, X, Y, and Z a disadvantage? And isn't that making this and this wonderful? Sonic is wearing a bathrobe or a towel, but he also doesn't wear normal clothes, so...
Yeah, it kind of implies... Yeah, what is he... Was he hiding?
He's a free bird.
He's like, who's Longclaw?
That is true. Longclaw was wrong. She was.
Instead of Han
also,
Solo,
hey,
Han Solo shot first. It's Longclaw was wrong.
Yeah. Throw this out there too. Like, yeah, obviously she said, people are always going to look for your power. Like the idea of the Mushroom Planet was that he was going into hiding, but like we know from Sonic 2, the second movie, that Tails lived on a civilized planet, and he saw Sonic somehow through his devices. So like there are other places Sonic could live. You know what I mean?
Hey, she knew that, like, hey, there's this great place called Earth, and
is this going to be like a there's a kids cartoon on Cartoon Network that I liked called Steven Universe. I understand it's a very like people get over dramatic about how cool and or woke or whatever it is, But I do like the fact that the mom figure who is dead throughout the entire show, who is revered by all these characters, reveals to be that she was actually a huge asshole and like a loser. And that's like, I was like, oh yeah, no one's perfect. And like, she was very not perfect. Do that to Longclaw.
It's a long call.
What if it's like this entire war between the Echidnas and the Longclaw people is all her fault?
I love this.
The
like
punch.
The punch.
Which was ad-libbed.
Yeah.
I'm just glad he's back in Sonic 3. I've said it many times. I knew he was going to come back. Okay, I'm going to take that back. I didn't know he was going to come back. But I said if he was ever going to come out of that retirement he said it was going to be for Sonic 3, because ignoring the fact that Sonic 2 was the most successful film of like box office wise of his entire career, because I don't think he gives a shit about money like that. The fact that it's a beloved kids film, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And people like him specifically in that movie, I
wonder if like people just misconstrued, like when he said retire, it might have been just like, I need a break because he's maybe done more than he has in the last.
His line was like, if
age.
a script comes to me that's written in golden ink, I'll do it. And that's not what Sonic 3 is, because people were saying that.
We don't know. We don't know. We don't know.
I mean, it could be.
Could be the best script he's ever seen, even better than Yes Man.
God.
Or even Ace Ventura: Pet Detective, even better.
Hey, not for nothing. I know, like, it's a very conservative thing, like all the cities are full of crime and you'll die if you try to walk outside because drugs and bad
it's
people.
Mad Max out there.
When they say bad people, they're implying something that they don't want to say out loud. But even like with that scope in mind, that fantasy, right? I never think of San Francisco being. Like, they always say, like, Chicago and New York. The only thing about San Francisco they say is, like, the homelessness and the poop on the ground. But they don't talk about, like, crime.
Also, it has to do with the population and what kind of population is in that city compared to Chicago or Baltimore or...
Yeah.
San Francisco isn't known for that.
Yeah. I mean, it's at the San Francisco
Zoo.
There's a lot of animals.
Going back to the Apple Vision, by the way, I want that UI. Give me the fucking Eggman.
Yeah, give us cool shit. Not like I'm tired. I know you.
I'm tired of Apple.
Your own rant, and I'm taking over and making it my own here.
Yeah.
But iOS 7, we've been stuck with that design scheme on iPhones and Macs and all that shit since 2013. It's been 11 years of that design. Give me back the skeuomorphism. I want the notepad to be a notepad, all right? I want all that skeuomorphism back.
I mean, just look at the red and blues, dude.
And
it's
also,
fire.
just play around with that type of shit. I'm tired of like the stained
let me
glass,
edit it. Let
the
me
frosted
edit it.
glass look that all these UIs are.
The only cool thing I've liked, like UI wise, that they've done was letting you change the wallpapers finally, and doing like the different clocks and the widgets you can add to the front, but I know that Android and shit's been doing that forever.
Storage could do that.
I know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm saying like the bar is really fucking low. That I'm like, wow, yay! I can change the clock.
It's safe and comfortable, but it's not exciting. It's not exciting, and everything has to be
corporate.
designed for fingers and not mice. Not a cursor, but a big fat fucking finger. So everything's got to be big. Everything's got to be spread out.
See, I like my small phones, and iPhones don't make... No, most phones aren't even this small anymore. I like my iPhone mini, but...
I work with children. One of them saw my phone, my iPhone 13 mini. I know you have, a 12 mini? We have the same size device. I'm very much used to this size. I like this size. Granted,
Same.
If I got a big phone, I don't think I'd be that upset either. Anyway, these kids were making fun of me for having, what's that phone? It's so small. I'm like, you don't even have a phone. You're 8. Shut up. Well, some of these 8-year-olds do have phones, and that is... And some of them, I can rock a no-case phone. I see an 8-year-old holding, an iPhone 15 Pro with no case on. I'm like, oh my god. A Tacoma truck's gonna run over.
With the case, it kind of helps me keep it in my pocket. I feel it doesn't feel as slippery
Really?
for me. But I also have this nice Otter box case that I only got because I was trying to get a temporary case, and I got it for like $15.
That's not bad.
So usually I get like that. Usually the Otter box is like what, $60-$70.
Yeah.
For the nice ones, the ones that like, yeah, they will protect your phone. That's one I always used to use. And then I went with the clear one. The clear one broke, unfortunately, or just kind of just looked dirty and gross after a while. So I got this blue one, and it's real nice.
Hold it up.
Oh. People should be watching the movie, though. Blue like Sonic, see?
Yeah, he's shooting some discs on the ground. Sonic's going to skate on them. It's going to vaguely seem like a skateboard for a second. And that was in your people's like list of 15 Easter eggs in Sonic movie. It's like the snowboarding part. Like, no, not really.
No, it was like the XXX part, if anything.
Yeah. Because here's the thing, like hindsight looking back on that, like post Sonic 1, early like, content minefield, stuff about this. It's like he is an animated cartoon character that does motions. Like, it's going to remind you of other things he's done before. That doesn't mean it was intentional. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean it was
It was just, it looks cool. Like,
yes, he does the Smash Brothers pose, and he does, like, the I'm going to fall off pose. I get all that, but, like, people were really like, oh, man, when this happens, it's like this. It's like, no.
Thank God Eggman's things don't
really
use
dangerously
guns.
driving. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that big truck thing should have just shot him down.
I mean, I think he wants Sonic alive, but
shoot the tires.
I don't know. You're the government, dude. Just hire the fucking SEAL Team 6 to take him out. You know what I mean? That'd be a cool Sonic Movie 3's SEAL Team 6 versus Sonic.
Yes, I agree. I like that in the background of the truck, you can see the giant pod he'd use in the end of the movie.
Yeah. Attention to details, folks. Yeah, the pods, I think, honestly, out of all the visual, like, CGI stuff in this movie, I think the pods and, all the robotic stuff looks really good. Like,
yeah,
I think
mostly good.
In 10 years,
this little thing,
in 10 years,
I just noticed doesn't look all that great because of the blur going on around it, except it looked crystal clear. But yes, I agree. That's my nitpick.
I'm saying, like, maybe in 10 years from now, I think that will look better than Sonic looks.
Sonic does look pretty good. A lot of it, honestly, comes down to lighting. Like, right now, it really does look he's out at 2 p.m. on a cloudy day, and the lighting on Sonic looks accurate. That's what makes him look real.
What if
it's lighting, mainly?
Yeah. What if it blew up his hand there, and then, like, the rest of the movie is just him having, like, a robot arm, like a fucking Evil Dead. He just has a chainsaw arm or something. That'd be sick. Punish Marsden.
Oh, James, I thought you were talking about Sonic.
No, I was talking about when he had it in his hand. I was like, what if it just blew off his hand just in front of the kids, just blown off hand on screen.
It's always weird when he picks Sonic up in this movie.
I always think it's funny too that he checks for his heart as if like he's bro's not from this universe. There's no, you don't know if like he even had a heart to begin with. You know what I mean? Like how his body
thing.
I just like that. It's just funny that to think about that, where it's just like, hey, he theoretically could just be built different, and I don't mean that in a like, in that kind of way, but more literally. I just love how he's holding himself up to the like, just stupid.
In a certain way, that could look like he's like, huh? You got a boner?
Those for the porn parody.
Right.
This is a pinnacle scene in the porn parody.
It's so dumb, but I like the idea
then he
of
wants
a
him to try it
truck.
too.
Yeah.
It would be so ugly, dude. I mean, they do make them.
It looks like a boat.
Don't they?
I'm not gonna lie, it just looks like a boat. And maybe
I mean, obviously it doesn't look like this, but I'm pretty sure there are convertible trucks. I think maybe in like the 90s.
I just find it so dumb in a good way.
But you want that exact one. You want that exact truck that they destroy. I think that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm sure that's been destroyed, like IRL.
Maybe it was in a Fast and Furious movie, honestly, with Paramount.
Could be.
They used it for a stunt or something, or blew it up in the background. They couldn't track me. And treason is like death penalty, I believe, still in America. I think like
Really?
that it could go. I think up to that certain degree of it. I think it's at least federal
Is
prison.
it
Like
emails? That's gonna be a dated joke soon. She said, "Is that plutonium? Is it emails?" Conservative.
I watched the Sonic movie. I conservative movie for the video essay. In this scene, she mentions emails, which is a callback to Hillary Clinton.
Yeah. Who should be put to death, allegedly.
In my allegedly, we know we don't.
Allegedly. This is a
Justice
weird
system is obviously woke.
Yeah.
No, I like this scene though. See, once again, I want this in my if I'm forced to be AR VR in the future, I don't want to be. But if I'm forced to for my job or whatever the fuck, I better be able to open Apple Music or whatever the fuck, Spotify, and do the ring of the. I want to see the sound waves.
Hey, what headphones do you think he's actually wearing IRL?
Trying to see if is there a logo
second.
on it.
I couldn't tell.
Beats by Dre?
No, they look much cooler than Beats.
They could have just made him too. It could be just a prop.
Really?
Or if it was a branded thing, they might have, you know what I mean, like took the brand off of it.
Or they're just
so you
generic.
don't have to worry about it.
This is a reference to the Jim Carrey movie where he skis.
This is actually the reference to Sonic Movie 2. It's actually foreshadowing. And that's actually a reference to Dino Crisis, the hit video game.
Oh.
That inspired, a lot of video games, because Dino Crisis is easily one of the best games of all time. Both of them. We don't talk about the third, but...
See, that's what we got to do. Is you gotta play through Dino Crisis 3 on an Xbox emulator.
I still need to beat Dino Crisis 1. I mean, I meme, and I've only seen chunks of it.
Hey, you watched me play through the second game, so...
I've played and beaten the second game. Yeah, shit, I want graphs and shit like that, dude. Like, I want to be able to be like... if I'm stuck in my corporate job, I want cool holographic graphs.
Okay, you're starting to sound like one of those people who's like, I just want cyberpunk.
I want cyberpunk.
I want my Tesla.
That includes the pollution. in a billionaire class that has left the planet, and all the animals are dead.
She's got a loose hair.
Don't we all? I mean, so does Sonic, dude. Sonic is one loose hair when you think about it. You know what I mean?
See,
for the feet fans, that's
the scene.
Not yet.
I just seeing his feet through the socks. I think his dirty socks.
This is for the dirty feet fans.
Not her strapped up, but just the feet.
She's a nice ass house, by the way.
Yeah.
They all got that money. I mean, she's a vet, so she's probably making good money.
Her sister? We don't know what her sister does.
I'm talking about. I mean, I know I was just kind of speaking out loud. I was like, I know they at least make big money. He's the cop and a vet in a small town. He's probably one of the richest people in the town. Give him an EpiPen. Oh.
Hey, where did I hear that before?
Honestly, Sonic the Space Hedgehog kind of is fired as a concept. Like as a full phrase, like Sonic the Space Hedgehog.
Absolutely.
Like it's an origin story.
I just dropped my coin.
Dropped your wick coin.
Yeah, both of them are on the ground now.
I thought he was a Duke fan.
Saying the Black Devil for Shadow would probably be a bit
Oh my
too
god.
far.
Oh my god.
And no. Shadow has red on him too, but like, he's not a red hedgehog. But I guess he could do that with Amy, say the pink one.
The pink devil. I love, by the way, like with how they shot this scene, like for this joke to work, is that you forget that she's there, and like you know what I mean. That they have the close-ups of them talking,
right.
and then it does
Pumas in this movie.
Yeah.
They never actually made
Adidas.
Those. They didn't make those shoes, like to sell.
I thought yeah.
Also, they came with socks, and that's very weird.
I can't tell if their socks are supposed to be like kind of like inwards, like folded material. I don't know what you call that, but regardless, it works for Sonic. I think they should vote. When Sonic's 18, who's he gonna vote for?
The Rock.
The Rock.
All right, this is a sad question. Sonic 3 specifically, because we see him in the Knuckles show. How old do you think this dog is in real life, and do you think it's the same dog?
Well, it looks like a lab, and labs can like 12 to 14 years, I believe.
Do you think it? So you think it could still be the same dog?
Yeah, why not? They might have multiple dogs too, depending on certain things they need them to do. I love that you hear in the distance someone say, "Are you crazy?" Like, I think the first time I watched, I didn't hear that, and then I remember picking up on it. At least hear a guy in the background yelling,
"My legs,
my leg."
Apparently, that is a thing in Helldivers too, as some might say that. My leg.
I think I heard it. Yeah. Isn't Bro fast enough to just go up the building?
He just tried, and he said he couldn't because of things on the building. If you watched the movie, you would know. Maybe we need to watch it again after this. When we're done with this rewatch,
you need to pay the fucking attention.
Stay tuned. We're gonna do it again.
Oh. So this scene where he gets to the roof, right, and kind of convinces her to go to the roof.
Yeah.
I saw a dude on TikTok who does he's like, my goal is to go on roofs of buildings to see if I can do it. And he went on like some really tall building, like not as tall as this, but like, let's say like 6 to 7 stories, like in his town. And all he says like, "Yeah, I'm here to repair the roof." And they're like, "Oh, okay, you can go up, just take this for," and he just was able to go up the top of the roof and he just shot a video on the roof. I'm like, what the? And this was just posting it like, dude, you're gonna get like people fired like for security or worse. Like you're just, it's kind of like the other guy I follow on TikTok who sees how long he can stay in sports stadiums before he gets kicked out.
Or he just sits there and doesn't move.
Yeah. And then eventually, sometimes he just gives up and
just
tries.
Make like the working people there, like gives them a
hard
time.
Eventually he leaves and goes down to like the suite sections to see if he can like see what the suites are like. I think his record is like 2.5 hours after the game is over. He stayed at like one NFL stadium.
Wow.
I think it was like the Dallas Cowboys stadium because it's so big that he was just like, I'm just hanging out at the bar for like 2 hours after the game's over.
Tearful goodbye. I would love if they actually, this version of the movie that we're watching right now just ends here. Like there's a weird bespoke ending that they filmed where it's like, okay, goodbye.
Alternate ending.
Goodbye, everyone.
Or they should do, if they make another Sonic movie that isn't Sonic 3, we're making a Sonic movie where the implication is he does leave at this scene. Like what happens?
Oh,
Kind of like what they're doing with I Am Legend that Michael B. Jordan's
right.
directing. That where it's the alternate ending of the original movie where Will Smith's character lives. Sorry, spoilers.
I forgot he died.
I guess not spoil. Yeah. It's okay. You don't understand humans because you're a blue hedgehog from space.
He's been around him quite a bit. Yeah, you suck.
I mean, regardless, your friends are gonna get tortured once they men.
Yeah,
Let's be real. If he left, the government ain't gonna leave him alone.
Right.
The only reason they did was because they wanted to cover it up.
Yeah.
That's why they created gun in case more shit happened. At least in the second movie, that's what they say.
Suicide Squad. What if Superman flew down and ripped off the roof of the White House and kidnapped the president? What if Sonic the Hedgehog sped into the Oval Office and fed Joe Biden a chili bomb? Not a chili dog, a chili bomb.
A chili bomb. I thought you were going to say he ran so fast he just like...
run through the president.
Yeah, on accident. Purely on accident.
I watched that video of our glorious president, Joseph Biden, walking. And he looks like he's trying to
I retweeted a video today where it was the Putin meme, that one song.
Yeah.
The Putin meme.
Wide.
And it's just widen.
Yeah. God, it's so fucking good. It's the only time Putin's ever looked like a badass.
Yeah.
But it's I imagine it's just one version, but it's where like there's like a girl like twerking in a room, and then that's when the door opens and then he comes out. I love it.
His flight suit is pretty fire though. Like it's one. They did a pretty good job of like taking it from the games but also making it kind of work.
Yeah.
Like why he would be wearing it. I love that he just like hits it like he's in a car or something.
Ah. Wow, I'm gonna say that to own people. Confidence, a fool's substitute for intelligence.
Then you have to push up your glasses.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like,
I'm gonna get so many chicks after I say that. They're gonna be like, "Wow, you really told that mean bully off." What are your hobbies? You like anime and gunpla? Oh my god. Real life, I don't like either.
I'm just imagining like the glass, and then it does like the reflection thing.
Right.
It does an anime where it's like,
yeah.
Interesting. Everything what you just said is wrong.
It's wrong. I've already accounted for all of those contingencies.
I don't know. By the way, do missiles work like this? Where like how he's like moving them around and doing this? I know it's slow motion, but would they start blowing up?
I think if
or do they have to? It has to shatter.
If he were to hit like the front of the missile, I think it would. But if he's just tilting,
to be fair,
around,
there is like missiles that will like land and they don't blow up because they didn't break the seal. So I guess.
Yeah, that happens in Helldivers too.
Does it?
Yeah, remember there's the bombs, then you could. Then I shot one. Oh yeah. I died. I showed that to David too, like when he was first getting on. I'm like, all right, this thing is gonna explode, so just take us, And then I shot it when we were safe. He's like, Jesus Christ, because we were just barely far away enough, because I didn't realize how big of a radius it was. Anyway, Helldivers 2. I'm sure that's still a very popular game. In the 5 years later. Hey, friction. Glass has no friction. And he's also falling. Oh no, my rings.
A big like metal piece comes and just impales him.
Jesus.
The top of the building got broke. It just falls down.
They really did just fall. like portal and then jet forward. You know.
Yeah. It's crazy. There's only like 15 minutes. I mean,
Left
this
of the
movie is such a good pace. Yeah, there's around 15,
Yeah.
20 minutes left. That's one of my favorite things about this movie is that it doesn't. There's not really a part that really like drags on for me. Like the only part I can think of is maybe like the highway scene. But rewatching it again, I'm like, oh, it's not that
Well,
long.
we're also just talking. We're not really like paying too much attention, you know. But yeah, you're right. It is a quick movie overall. I think it's a faster movie than Sonic 2. Sonic 2 has more like slower, like talky scenes.
Yeah,
especially because there's more, cartoon characters that need to be told it's okay to want to have fun. It's okay to feel insecure. It's okay to just want to get it on. You know what I mean? Whoa, we need slides.
I just realized that he sees Paris on the thing and he's like, oh, I'm gonna go there.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't pick up that little detail. I thought he just threw it and just like, I know these places.
You learn something.
You just don't second guess it. Yeah, I didn't see that. I was on the bus that says Viva La Paris.
He's also has probably known Paris exists because he's been living here for a couple of years. Clearly watching movies.
Bro didn't ever saw San Francisco. Bro watched Speed, which takes place in L.A. Come on, he's got to know San Francisco.
I'm sure he did know San Francisco. It's just it was on Tom's shirt as Sonic was passing out, so that was on his mind when he threw the ring. You know. I love whenever
this is a reference to the Mummy
shows
right here.
Egypt, and they always show like from that one angle because in real life there's a city right next to those pyramids.
Yeah.
So they always have to fly over the city and shoot that way to be like, look, it's the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, because is it Cairo or whatever, like right there?
Yeah. Exactly. And granted, this is a CG fest, so they're just pretending there isn't anything anywhere. But
yeah.
Oh no, my
Good job, Sonic. You brought like one of the worst people on the planet to your hometown.
I know. You. I'm kidding. I love that the farmer guy just happens to follow them. Like, why?
He told them, we gotta get to. I guess how would they have known and they would appear here? I guess, to be fair, a little plot hole, I guess, but
whatever.
Who cares?
Yeah. Neuralink. How many monkeys have been murdered by Neuralink?
Well, people soon.
Yeah. See, I feel like if Elon Musk is like, oh, you'll be able to control your computer mouse with it. Oh, this and this. Okay, so get it yourself and show us.
That's always my thing.
Steve Jobs always demonstrated his products. He showed us how it worked himself. Do the same.
Get in your own Tesla.
Last time you did, you threw a baseball into your Cybertruck's window and it shattered after you said that they wouldn't shatter.
Freaking awesome, dude.
I would love if he domed him. Let's be real.
Bam! Just splatters all in.
And then still says, that's our share if you're messing with it.
And then it just cuts and it's like, we did it. We defeated Eggman.
Because let's be real. Shoot again. Do it.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, like, I'm going prop. If this random maniac came through a circular dimensional hole, I am not taking any chances. It's so I love that line. It's so bad.
Yeah.
I feel like part of his body is real here. Like the weathered, like it looks like they could have spliced it together with some CG, but like his butt and torso could have been like a
His butt
placeholder,
was
and they
real.
just
Sonic's ass is
Yeah.
real. The rest of it's fake.
yeah. Actually, this whole movie, the ass is real, folks.
Yeah. If the Duolingo bird can get a BBL, so can Sonic. Did you see that? The Duolingo bird. They gave the Duolingo bird a Brazilian butt lift. That's what it stands for, folks. You know, I saw.
This is Sith power right here when you think about it.
I'm gonna keep talking about BBLs. I saw on Twitter an ad for this like table thing to lie on, like a blow up table thing. There's a cylindrical section you can pull out because if you got a big ass, it can fit in there, so that you're not like slaying down uncomfortably.
Oh my god.
Anyway, of course I bought it. I'm kidding.
Of course.
Sonic the
I
Hedgehog.
love how when it's lit up like that, the red and shit. It's just so good. And I love his goggles.
Yeah.
I kind of hope he wears like this scene here where it's pink and blue. Like yep, this is Eggman, like how we know him from the games right there. Like in just entire design.
It's just like in Sonic when he hits the thing. Although
right.
more literally, yes. Wow, high score. See, now if this was Sonic Superstars, there'd be a 1 minute phase where you can't do shit after hitting him once. And you'd have to wait.
Pulls out another. The guy pulls out his gun. Pulls out the bazooka.
Epic.
Rap battles of history.
The epic rap battles of history.
I love that little like wah kind of does sound like the voice actor for Eggman. I'm forgetting his name, but the original
Mike Pollock.
Yeah, even at the end here or after this, the kind of end credit scene there with Eggman walking through the mushroom plant, he kind of has that voice a little bit more. A little bit more of his style. In what context are you doing that?
Flawed movie. No, I'm kidding.
100 things wrong with the Sonic movie.
Yeah, I just realized that's what she meant.
As the place is on fire.
You should
let's
make sure this town wants you here still.
Yeah, you literally brought
him here.
Luckily, no one died. At least in
that
Green
they showed
Hills.
on
I think
screen.
San Francisco, someone had to die. He went through a bus.
There were missiles.
There were missiles, lasers. Why? It's his chainsaw, dude. He's fine, dude. It's not like he's drunk. Come on, this is Montana, dog.
Absolutely.
We don't worry about no chainsaw. I want to know where.
Here's your one Sonic song of the day.
I need to look up where this is in British Columbia, because maybe one day I'll visit to see if I could find some of the scenes where they were shot.
Yeah.
And I wonder if this house was shot there, or if this house is like just a general set somewhere in L.A.
Yeah, I don't know. They keep bringing it back.
Sure, we could. I think I mentioned in the Knuckles, our last episode, where like that the house keeps just getting destroyed. Like the insurance on it has to be awful. Like, just is it worth it anymore? Like, sir, you've had 3 acts of God insurance claims in the last 2 years.
Also, a $50 gift card, it might just barely cover both of their meals. At a place like that,
I mean, I haven't been to an Olive Garden in years, so I don't know how much
too, I'm sure. You know what I mean? Like,
that's fair. Yeah, we assassinated him. We made sure of it.
Walters is this guy's name.
Walters, yeah. We sent SEAL Team 6 to Mushroom World to take him out.
It's
Don't
like
even
3.
wait. Like, he kind of low key is being treated like a fucking like 2-year-old, not even like 1-year-old. Like, okay, we're awake for 4 hours. Time to go to bed.
Well, they're joking because they're gonna show him that he's got a room.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I just like that just as an idea. Just like, wait a minute. Holy shit. Wide load. Are you fucking kidding me, dog? Wachowskis, you got the riz.
A race car bed? What am I, fucking 8?
Where's the Xbox One? What the fuck?
Xbox One.
Hey, speaking of Adidas, some Adidas in the bottom right over there.
Oh, okay. Wow. A wonderful story, expertly told. Oh, not the dog. Nuh-uh. Wow, what a wonderful.
I mean, look how that's where town is. They're like at least like 15 miles or whatever. It feels like whatever.
They are far.
So you know they got that big, big
there's
money,
gotta be
dude.
other people that live separately like that as well. All right, if their house number is 55, there's at least one other.
We're gonna find it. We're gonna visit it. This is sick, dude. There's something like badass about being able to shave your head with like a knife or like in this case a rock or whatever.
Yeah. Or a shard. It also looked like he used like oil or some shit.
Yeah. As like a shaving cream.
I should shave my head again.
Dude, be Eggman for in December.
Yeah,
go and cosplay as him, dog.
Ooh. Because my mustache is starting to curl mainly on this end. And this end,
and then you just dye it brown.
Yeah, I could. I could be Eggman. I could.
I'll be Shadow, dude. I'll put some like I'll dye my hair black and then
I got Eggman's
get some
physique.
eyeliners.
Be Eggman.
Wear a black suit.
Fuck. I do need to get a haircut in general, but maybe I will shave my head.
Be Eggman
at the end of the year. But then I'd also have to get rid of the beard, and I'm actually kind of enjoying having a beard now. Anyway, that's the movie. We're on the credits now.
Well, we gotta do the classic thing where we talk about the movie at the end of the credits.
Right.
That, like these typically do. No, for real though. Like, how do we? I know we weren't like describing every scene and whatever. We're just kind of enjoying ourselves here. Do we still feel like this deserves? I think it's an A rank, right? We give it an A on our movie scale, and I know it's still ranked as our one and only Sonic movie.
Right, we have to wait
on our separate
2 years
list
before we can do it. The Sonic thing?
Yeah. I mean, I think watching it even just casually here, like watching it again casually, I think it's just a really fun movie. And now seeing it how many times too, it's like I'm not worried about like missing anything, and it's still fun to kind of be like I've been watching it while we're talking too, and just being like, yep, I like this scene. This is cool.
Yeah.
And I'm like I said, I've missed some details. I found some details like the bus or the other. I think it was another part I mentioned earlier. I forget what it was. But just like I think this and Detective Pikachu. To be fair, I haven't watched Detective Pikachu since we saw it.
Same.
So I'm gonna say more of this one. Is the start of hopefully the video game movie renaissance. At least it's the Sonic renaissance. So we keep saying this on the show, is that we did a good time to make the Sonic movie show because we actually have good stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Here it is. Your post-credit teaser that was a Hail Mary. Maybe we'll get to do this one day, and they did.
It does the fucking Wonder Woman theme.
Oh my god.
Whatever it is, the guitar riff.
They fucking did that in the Shazam movie at a funeral when she shows up.
I think it's the whatever it is, yeah. And I think it's the last of the DCU too. Which is funny. It ends on that.
Aquaman that came out was.
Damn.
All right. Yeah. No, I like this movie. I am getting. Let me put it this way. I'm glad we were able to talk throughout watching this movie, because last year I was getting tired of watching this movie. I'm not gonna lie, but being able to talk about what we're watching as we're watching it has made it more bearable for me. And I'm saying that as if I'm tortured, but like, I just not a guy that rewatches movies often. Especially very simple films like this that are very straightforward. But watching it again, for today, I'm like, yes, this is a good, solid film. It gets the things that needs to get done. It has, a lot of jokes being thrown at the wall, and they mostly stick. I still think that.
I know we were worried in like the trailer at the first time. I remember like people being like, "Oh, is the comedy gonna hit?" And it's like, I always say for like comedy and like trailers and stuff, it's better to always judge when you actually watch the movie, because how trailers are cut and executed is totally different than what is in the movie. Like the meow thing was like, okay, or whatever, but then like watching the movie is like, okay, yeah, it's funny.
I didn't find it funny, but I didn't find it like cringy and embarrassing like the trailer.
Yeah, I mean, when I say funny, I don't always mean like, I'm just dying in the theater, dude, falling out of my chair. Like, if it makes you even internally giggle to some capacity, then to me it's funny. Not everything needs to be, knee slap. But no, yeah, I mean, I think this is still a really good movie, and just like in general, not even just a video game movie. It's a really pretty good movie, kids/family movie. If anything, I'm like rewatching again. I'm like, okay, yeah, we're gonna do Sonic movie 2. I think in April. That should be. I think that's when it came out. And then, in a way, it's kind of making me hype for the third movie.
Oh man.
And the Knuckles show.
Yeah. Oh, when's that Knuckles show again? We did an episode on it. It doesn't matter. You guys know, but I don't remember.
August, September. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know it's not terribly long.
Well, thank you guys for watching our watch along of the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, the 2020 film of that name. My name was Ethan. Devin's over there. Remember, hey folks, we're on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Threads, etc., YouTube, Spotify, etc., at Sonic Movie Show. I'm on Twitter at Ethan Absolutely. Devin's on Twitter at CursonaFun. Let us know in the comments below on this YouTube video that I'm hoping you are watching, what you thought about this movie 4 years later, with the second one already being over a year old, over 2 years old almost, and the third one on the horizon.
All right. And I want to know what the people in the future, when we watch this next time, I want to know what we think about it. Devin, how are you doing? Hope everything's well.
No, Devin, don't say that. That was racist. All right, see you later.
What?
I just implicated future Devin in a crime.
Oh, my God.
Bye. See ya. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye, everyone. See ya.